If you are looking for a free alternative to Screen Studio to get those smooth auto zoom and cursor tracking effects, OpenScreen and Recordly are the two main contenders in 2026. The interesting part is that they aren't entirely separate. Recordly is actually a fork, a modified version of OpenScreen. While OpenScreen is the more established all-rounder tool, Recordly focuses specifically on perfecting the visual animations that Screen Studio is famous for. Let's break down the technical differences. In terms of philosophy, OpenScreen is a full-featured open-source recorder, while Recordly is laser-focused on pixel-perfect cursor and zoom animations. Both apps have availability on most platforms like Windows, macOS, and Linux, though Recordly has some bugs on Linux environments. Moving on with cursor effects, OpenScreen has smooth movement with Bezier curves and motion blur, while Recordly has enhanced spring-based cursor smoothing, closer to Screen Studio. Meanwhile, on zoom behavior, OpenScreen got an automatic zoom on clicks and manual zoom controls, while Recordly typically has high-quality easing on zoom transitions, which is very fluid. Next off, the editing. OpenScreen got a basic timeline, trim, cut, and speed control. Recordly focuses more on recording quality than complex post-editing. Lastly, the extras. OpenScreen offers webcam overlays, annotations like arrows or text, and multiple backgrounds. Recordly offers better support for separate audio tracks and high-fidelity rendering, blur annotations, auto captions, and extensions which the community submitted, such as mouse clicks, additional cursors, and wallpapers. While OpenScreen is the versatile all-rounder, it is generally the better choice if you want a complete package. It doesn't just record, it gives you a mini studio to beautify the video afterward. The key strength it offers is the customization. It comes with 18+ wallpapers, 24+ gradients, and the ability to add text or arrow annotations directly. The auto zoom detects significant clicks and zooms in automatically, which saves a massive amount of time in post-production. In terms of reliability, it has a larger community and more frequent updates across all three major operating systems. Moving on with Recordly, the animation specialist, if you've used Screen Studio and felt the animations in other apps were choppy, Recordly is your answer. The key strength is the visual polish. It uses a specific animation pipeline, spring-based interpolation, that makes the cursor move with a weight and smoothness that feels premium. The native performance. On macOS, it uses native screen capture kit, which often results in better performance and lower CPU usage during high-res recording. It sacrifices some of the broader annotation features of OpenScreen to ensure the recording itself looks cinematic right out of the gate. Which one should you choose? Choose OpenScreen if you want a one-stop shop that handles the recording, adds a nice background, lets you draw on the screen, and works on Linux. It's the most complete free alternative. Choose Recordly if you are a cursor snob, in a good way. If you want your mouse movements to look exactly like the high-end $89 Screen Studio videos, Recordly's specific animation tweaks make it the winner. Pro tip, since both are free and open source, you can actually keep both. Use OpenScreen for tutorials where you need to point things out with arrows, and use Recordly for sleek, high-end product teasers where the motion itself is the star. Keep in mind that these two apps are still in development, so you may encounter some bugs from now and then. You can visit the respective GitHub pages to post some bugs so that they can fix them up. I will put the links below in the pinned comment. Thanks for watching and catch you on the next one.